we go. Hey, Tobias. The best detective in this series. Sorry, Gumshoe, you fucked up.
The fuck you say about me? I'll fucking end you! Hold it! I'm in America, I got a gun! I need to restart my stream because it's acting up.
Yeah, it's slow on mine too.
It's not loading at all.
Yeah, it's not loading.
Not loading at all. Not loading at all.
Ah, it says I've been disconnected. Hold up. Wait.
There it is. There it is.
The defendant apparently visits a second-hand bookshop on a daily basis. Yeah, so I understand. A shop full of old English literature.
I commend the accused on the lofty subject matter of his scholarly attention.
The bloke's room was the bloke's room was stacked floor to ceiling with those musty old books.
You will speak the Queen's English in the courtroom.
Can you tell us more about the bookshop in question, please, Inspector? Well, if I must, I'll have to ask you to look at the street map again, I'm afraid.
Ugh.
The closest second-hand bookshop to the accused lodging is the...
You know, Mr. Naruhodo, you were supposed to charge the controllers.
The closest second-hand bookshop to the accused lodging is the place here, Bourbon Books. Bourbon Books. Little place on the corner of Brer Road and Meerstrom Street. As it happens, the accused is currently living in the lodging on the other side of Brer Road at the opposite end. Which means it doesn't take a genius to work out the route he would have taken home. Something like this.
Yes, I concur with your conclusion, Inspector. The defendant would certainly have passed the scene of a crime on his way home from that particular shop.
And Skipper died.
Mr. Naruhodo, I think that what the inspector just told us could turn out to be of vital importance.
Yes, I agree. The most important point that the inspector just made being... the crucial details of what you just told the court, Inspector, is the location of the bookshop. I couldn't agree more. So, where is it exactly? Eh? Are you fucking dumb? Oh, you wind me up, sunshine! I just explained that! I got the map out and everything! Used red bloomin' ink and drew the bloke's route on my... He is upset. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him.
I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him.
That is strange. You remember seeing you not along, counsel.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. I must have been so nervous I didn't take it in. I must have been stupid.
The blood of the day goes to you, my learned friend.
No, not yet. This trial's only just begun, after all.
I'm going to kill you and drink your blood.
Please, don't do that.
Get on stage.
Yes, miss. I want, miss. I'm sorry I made a mistake, miss.
Inspector, continue with your testimony, please.
Yes, Edgeworth. I mean Von Zeeks.
What is an Edgeworth?
I don't know, what's a gumshoe?
It's another word for detective.
Hold it! Well,
I got a time machine and a handgun!
Blah 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 blah.
That weirdo with the airship was on to something.
Yeah. Inspector Gregson, may I ask you a favor? What?
Send help. The Borscht detective has the. I can't remember what the fuck it's called from Steins Gate now.
Oh fuck. The phone wave, name subject to change?
Phone wave, say name subject to change.
Would you kindly add the name of the bookshop to your formal testimony, please? I believe it may be of vital importance. Eh? Maybe. Oh! Well, you know, I mean, yes! It could be a very important clue.
Very well. Not that I can see it being of any great significance. But please revise your testimony accordingly, Inspector.
Yes, sir, my lord. Whatever you say. Could the
You're
man...
being very nice. You're gonna get in that train set.
Yay. Could the man be any more sardonic? Yes, I can.
Sardonyx from
Steven
Yeah,
Universe.
I was thinking that, but I didn't say anything.
He was on his way home.
Nicki
for the-
Minaj.
No,
Wait, Sardonyx was Nicki Minaj, right?
No.
that
Nikki.
was fucking oh shit,
Stugalite.
Sugalite, yeah.
Sugalite.
He was on his
Yeah,
way
It's
I
been a
home.
very long time since I watched Steven Universe, okay?
He was on his way home from the Berman books, a secondhand bookshop. He apparently patronizes Patreon. Will you spare $1 at Patreon?
No, because I'm broke.
Objection! If I could just stop you there, Inspector Gregson. What is it, Sunshine? I'm a busy man, you know. This is a receipt that we found in Mr. Natsume's room. It was issued on the day of the incident and details the purchase of 3 second-hand books. And you found that in the accused room, did you? Yes, but the point is not where the receipt was found, but the name of the shop printed on it.
Go on.
This receipt was issued from a bookshop called Your Books.
Your mother.
Well,
Pardon me? Your Books. Y-O-R-E. I presume.
yes, my lord. So, Mr. Natsumi did intend to purchase a number of books at the second-hand bookshop that day. However, the bookshop in question was not Bourbon Books. Eh? What? No, my train's set.
Inspector, do you know of this other bookshop?
Yes, sir. Your Books is another secondhand bookshop not far from Bourbon Books. It's just that, well,
Pretty sure it's Bourbon Books.
it's such a small place, I didn't think the accused would have known about it.
Objection!
But in fact that it is the bookshop which the defendant visited on the day in question. And the receipt proves it.
Objection!
Objection!
But what difference does it make? Wherever the man purchases his musty tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis.
Objection!
Objection!
Oh, my accent is going all over the place.
I disagree. I mean, after all,
I have a street map here, if that might be of help.
Oh, yes, thank you. Have a look at this, please. If the defendant had been returning from Bourbon Books, then yes, he would almost certainly have passed the place where Miss Green was attacked. However, if we take into account the fact that he was actually at another bookshop, Your Books, it may very well turn out that he wouldn't have passed the location at all.
Could that be true?
My, it rather depends on where the other bookshop is, but I do declare it may be a possibility. Is that right, Mr. Lawyer said? What you just said? Absolutely. It absolutely could be right.
Inspector Gregson, where is this Your Books establishment?
Well, obviously we looked into that.
And
It turns out that Your Books... What the fuck? It's just here on the next corner, Meerschaum Street, going east. Oh, you want to have enough time to do the stabbing?
Yeah.
And there you have it, as you can clearly see now. Oh. Wait, what? You are the classy now, my Nipponese friend. No!
my learned Nipponese friend is obviously in training to be the classy. The way he regales us with such witticisms. Do your beautiful friends the circus?
There it is. There it is.
Certain.
You put that glass down now! We'll put it down for you!
Don't need to tell me twice. Chugs.
I didn't think I needed to spell it out, but here we go. If the accused were coming home from Your Books instead of Bourbon Books, there's no doubt he still would have passed the place where the victim was stabbed.
Yes, thank you, Inspector. Allow me to reiterate for my learned, if somewhat slow Nipponese friend. Satan.
Well,
Ah! Ah! Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Ah! Ooh, blood.
dude, that's your own!
Goes the same place, does it not?
Comes out the same way too.
Oh no, I don't do that. Wherever the man purchases musty tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis.
Ah!
As I suspected, you can't fool me! And I don't suggest you try!
What did I say, eh? I had enough of this now.
Beg your pardon? Terribly sorry. Would you mind repeating that?
Mr. Naruhodo, we must give up.
What do you mean?
If the prosecution's assertion is correct, the members of the jury may very well decide that Mr. Natsume is guilty.
He's absolutely right.
We must consider the assertion just put forward by the prosecution very, very carefully.
They claim Sosaki-san must have passed the location of the incident on his way home from your books, but... the assertion just made by the prosecution is fundamentally flawed!
Oh god, that is so loud. Explain yourself, counsel.
Yes, my lord. You can see what I mean on this map. When returning from your books to his lodgings, Mr. Natsumi could have followed the route suggested by the prosecution. However, that isn't the only convincible route to take between the two places. If the defendant used these streets, look what happens. He arrives back at his lodgings without passing the location where the victim was attacked.
Objection!
Talking back to the cloud is a fool's errand, of course. However, I feel compelled to point out that
Pointing.
Pointing.
that route is commonly referred to as the long way round. On a cold winter's night, why would any man choose to take a longer route home?
Well, oof, 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 oof. Poison damage.
Poison damage.
Ah! Ah! Oh!
Bum, bum, bum.
The answer is extremely simple. He wouldn't, in other words. The accused took the obvious route back to his lounging, and it is obviously perpendicular to his crime.
Perpendicular.
Perpendicular. But, you're perpendicular. Ah, yes, I got it. Obviously, we must ask the man himself, ask Mr. Natsumi which route he took home.
I have already informed the court of the accused's response to such questioning. He claims he has no recollection.
God damn it. That's right. As I said, the Bilk seemed to spend his time outside wandering aimlessly from A to B.
And me?
That day was no exception. He said he doesn't remember where he was or which route he took home. I hate
I don't think I care.
I hate ABC.
But it's easy as 1, 2, 3.
I don't believe this! Castlevania.
Amarola. I thank you, my learned friend. And I suggest we waste no more of the court's time by wandering aimlessly around this subject. Pray, what say you, your insight for yours?
But even if that is the case,
Shut the fuck up.
Oh boy.
I agree with Lord Van Sykes. Wholeheartedly and in every way.
What? I don't believe it. Does this mean?
Yep.
We members of the jury are completely convinced now. You have to do mechanics.
Fuck.
Very well. In that case, I hereby call upon all members of the jury to present your findings to the court. Guilty.
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 Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty? Well, that was a terrible voice.
That.
Oh boy. Uh-huh.
Burn it down!
This isn't good.
It would appear the juror's leaning is unanimous. It would appear Ryunosuke is dead.
I fucking hate myself.
How would your dead boyfriend think?
He fucking hates me.
Get the fuck up! Fight!
I don't wanna.
The dead boyfriend that you have. Remember from the dead boy from the ship? Zeke's would totally be that kind of guy.
Oh yeah, he would be. You were like, yeah, remember this guy? He's dead now. You're completely lost without him.
Remember that promise you made to your dead boyfriend? Oh wait, you're kind of fucking up.
Damn,
Don't make promises you can't keep.
You made a promise to this guy? You suck. And not like me, I suck in the more vampiric way. To the insightful members of the jury, I applaud your brave resolve. You serve Queen and country admirably.
God save the queen.
Mr. Naruhodo.
Like, as your last resort to appeal to the jury, you just start singing the British national anthem.
Da, 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 da.
No, not yet. This isn't over yet. I still have one last chance to sway the opinion of the jury. Free land of liberty, God save the queen. I have to tip the balance those scales the other way. I have to turn this around. Somehow.
Land of the stabbing license, yeah.
Van
I
Zeke.
renew mine quarterly.
How else will you carry that sword around?
Oh, I actually have to use a separate license for that. I'm talking about Z's. He points to his fangs. Those are the eyes of Quarry. Quarry, not yet willing to give up in the die.
The quarry.
The Quarry.
The werewolves.
Werewolf.
I have that game. Heard it's good. I need to play it.
I heard it's one of the better I don't know what company. I don't know what the company's called, but it's one of their better story games. I don't think it's as good as Until Dawn from what I've heard, but it's one of their better ones.
I still like House of Ashes, personally.
Is that the one where they try to get you to care about U.S. soldiers?
Yeah.
Or is that Man of Medan?
No,
Man of Dan is way earlier.
Man of Medan was the boat.
Yeah.
Man of Dan here
I
is
don't
really
really
bad.
remember the other one. Yeah, I've heard that one's really bad. I don't know much about the other,
So I presume you intend to
the other
defend your rights
collections.
against the again in trial.
I know I play Little Hope. That's basically fucking Silent Hill, but light.
But does it have such important Silent Hill characters as the Berry Picker?
It
The
has.
glue that holds the series together.
It has.
Barry
Bicycle
Picker
Man.
better make a cameo in the remake.
Berry Picker is the most institutional characters in the entire Silent Hill franchise.
He's the catalyst for why everything happened in
Pyramid
this
Head's a
game.
bitch-ass motherfucker. The rights of the defense are written in antiquated. British law should have been buried long ago.
Call it antiquity if you will,
Antiquated.
but it's the defense
Prerogative.
to carry out the summonation examination if it so chooses.
I see you've been reading the dictionary. Very well, Consul. In accordance with the letter of the law, we shall proceed with the summonation examination. Are the members of the jury ready, Mr. Foreman? Of course we are ready. I'm all too familiar with that Nipponese whippersnapper and his Ankus.
I think it's Onkus.
That's a new word.
Yeah, I've never
Onkus
heard that one
refusal
before.
to throw at his alley.
Time to look it up. Let me see.
From the land down under.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ba-da-da-da.
Now the world is gone, I'm just one. Very well then.
It's Austral slang. It means unpleasant, unattractive, or unacceptable.
Damn,
Also
bro.
bad.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will explain on what grounds you have determined the defendant to be guilty.
Judicial findings.
For pity's sake, that little Nipponese already admitted it himself, didn't he?
If he said that the woman is green collapsed before his eyes, why it can only have been the victim? The man would have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop, not in winter.
I've taken number routes.
Woman was attacked from behind, was she? How dreadful.
I really don't care. Can we just wrap this up now? I got work to be doing.
Your books. Yes, nice shop that. But bourbon books? Heh, not worth a visit.
These were so unhelpful.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
I don't hold a grudge. What are you talking about?
Wow. That was worthless.
Oh, my boy, they're less than worthless. They're putting out a new Gravity Falls book soon.
I know, I'm excited.
Yeah, the Book of Bill Cipher. What other horrors will Alex Hirsch be able to get away under Disney? Reminder that Disney allowed Bill Cipher to rearrange all the holes on someone's face, but didn't allow Grunkle Stan to not wear a seatbelt.
Damn.
With only minor exceptions, the reasons for finding the defendant guilty are all too clear.
What?
Then the stabbing occurred only two people at the scene, but the victim and the accused. And the accused himself has admitted to seeing the victim in a green overcoat sink into the ground before his eyes. Furthermore, we have heard from the inspector that the defendant has fled the scene. I must say, I would have ample ground to convict this man already. He's a bitch.
I hate everyone.
Oh dear, even the judge appears to
Hate all you
looking
like,
up
you'll
to
never
your
be better
now.
than me.
Why'd I have to run away like that?
They hate us because they hate us.
How are we supposed to believe in some phantom attacker that nobody could see? It's a phantom.
Is that a sniper rifle?
This is impossible. How can I possibly make a case for the defense?
Mr. Naruhodo, this is no time for grumbling. If we want to force the trial to continue,
Stop dying. It's not healthy.
Die a thousand deaths.
Also, Nick, this is you.
What? What do you mean that's me?
It says your name.
Oh, fuck.
It says Ryunosuke.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. My
Oh
bad.
my god, Nick.
Yeah, so I know I have to turn this tide.
I'm literally playing Vampire Survivors. I have an excuse.
I must make the jurors change their minds. Well, for them at least.
exactly. We have no choice but to forge forward.
My mind went to food because I'm hungry.
Eat.
I'll eat when we get to the jurors the thing.
Okay.
Consume Berg.
Bird.
Say the line, Bart.
You have the floor, Counsel. Begin your summonation examination.
Yes, my lord. I just need to keep the trial going somehow, whatever it takes. Come on, Ryunosuke, you could do it. I can't do it. I have legs. Alright, now I'll be back.
Math, it's one of your jurors.
We're waiting for Nick.
Okay.
So she has already said dialogue.
I'm back. I got food.
Welcome back.
Ah.
Hold it!
A man's life is on the line here, sir. Do it take as long as it takes. Don't get clever with me now, son. My life's on the line too, and so is my family's. Oops. The likes of you wouldn't understand, but a laborer like me can't afford to take time off. If I don't work, I don't eat, and neither do the wife and kids. Oh, I see. That must be very hard. I go to the union every morning to find out what needs doing. If you're late and the work's taken, it's tough. This time of year, there's water and gas supply pipes bursting left and right and center. They're after cheap labor to get the roads dug up to fix it. It's hard to slog from dawn till dusk, it is. So, you were out digging up the roads on the day of the incident as well, were you? That's right. In fact, if I remember rightly, it was just around the corner from where it all happened. By the old bookshop it was. What? Another coincidence. That's right. Meerschaum Street it was. Meerschaum Street.
On the map, Mr. Naruhodo, there are only 3 named streets.
Juror number 5, I need you to add that information to your formal statement, please. What's the point in that? Can't we just get this business over with now? Please, sir. It's important. Fine, I'll do it then.
Objection!
These two statements are clearly at odds with one another. Oh yeah, I just realized something. Fucking Athena Sykes with the juror system, that would be great.
Yeah.
Please shoot Takumi, I beg you, come back.
At odds, counsel? Explain yourself.
Huh?
Oh.
Please don't point. It wasn't me, I swear. Eh? What? I just want to get this done and dusted. Well, juror number 3? Oh, me, sir? Oh, what do you mean? Walking! Juror number 5's words just now are extremely significant. Let's take a moment to consider the implications of what's been said on our map of the local area. A On the day in question, Mr. Natsumi visited this bookshop to purchase a number of secondhand books. Now on the same day, we now know that there were works being carried out on Meerschaum Street, making it impassable. Which means that the defendant's route home could not have taken him along Meerschaum Street and down Briar Road. Oh, yes, of course. What do you think, sir? Well, yes, you can't argue with that, really, can you? You want to have a good 2 yards or more of that pavement up. Every gentleman and gentlewoman that came along had to turn back and go the other way. So the only conclusion is this. The defendant must have taken the longer route back to his lodgings. Yes, I suppose he must have. I suppose that must be right, eh? Juror number 3, you said the following. The man wouldn't have gone around the house on his way back from the bookshop. But we see now that he had no choice. Yes! My lord, Mr. Judge, sir, if I may.
Yes.
I don't think in all good conscience I can say the man's guilty now. Yes, I'd like to see the trial continue so we can get to the bottom of what really happened.
What happens if one of these fireballs misses?
What about you, sir? Me? Well, alright then. If there's a hole in the prosecution argument, it should be filled in. That's what I say.
Almost even.
Oh, well done, Mr. Nuttyhummer. That was wonderful.
Well, we managed to change a couple of minds at least. It strengthened our position somewhat.
Yes, and it will prompt the other members of the jury to reconsider their stance as well. They'll be asking themselves if their current leanings are really right or not. Now, if only... if we could just identify one more clue or discrepancy that would make them stop doubting Mr. Natsume, we might be able to tip the balance completely.
Yes, that's exactly what we got to do. Van Zieks is looking to bring this trial to an early conclusion. That's what we have to prevent, however means we have at our disposal. He is not happy.
Thank you, counsel. On with the examination, please.
Yes, my lord. I just found out, recently that the English translation for the Ace Attorney games also does the voice for Francisca von Karma in both English and French.
Ah, that's cool.
Doing double duty. Hey, old man.
Hold it!
Huh? Sorry? What did you say? About what?
No, what I said was, hold it! What I wanted to ask was, do you visit your books often?
I like the old books they have in there, yes. I enjoy reading them over a nice hot cup of old tea. That's a daily routine, you see. Same thing every day, including the day you're all talking about.
And at what time did you visit your books on the day in question?
Well, I was picking out books there all afternoon. And I would have left just before 5 that I left. That's my daily routine, you see. Same thing every day, including the day you're talking about.
Just before 5, you say? Exactly when the victim was attacked. Are you sure about the time?
Oh, yes, no mistake there. I remember it well. I'm not about to forget that day in a hurry. Not the dreadful time I had.
What do you mean?
Well, I was walking down Calabash Road when I slipped on the ice and dunked my head.
Ow.
Ouch.
It's always worse after the snow stopped falling. That's when it's most slippery. Knocked myself clean out, I did. Really thought my number was up.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. This happened on Calabash Road? I don't know why that's funny.
That's right, I live in Corn Pipe, you see.
Get out of my pipe.
Heading down Calabash Road is the quickest way for me to get back from your books.
Juror number 6, I must insist that you add that information to your formal statement. It may very well be extremely significant.
Huh? Sorry? Extremely sick? No, I'm quite alright now.
No, you're extremely sick, dog.
Oh, you mean in the 90s way?
You've changed too.
Well, I do know you'll be loving this shit right here. LIMP biscuit is right here.
Yes, just 2 more to go.
Deliver the finishing blow now. It's time to turn the tables here.
Wish I knew how to do a Susato takedown. I suppose word will have to suffice for now.
Objection!
Those 2 statements clearly show a flaw in the jurist's reasoning.
A flaw? What are you talking about, counsel?
Well, juror number 2? Juror number 6? My, whatever you mean, sir.
I think perhaps the old man didn't hear you.
Ugh. Unbelievable. Not that I was loud or anything. There is at least one factor which we can't be sure here. The bookshop receipt found in the defendant's room clearly indicate that on the day of the attack, he had been to your books and purchased a number of secondhand titles. He then returned home on foot. But the man says he has no recollection of his return journey. That's correct. But what he does remember is seeing someone appear in front of him on the way. Someone in a green overcoat who suddenly collapsed on the pavement before his eyes. Yes, we were all aware of all this. Poor young woman who was stabbed, obviously.
Objection!
Can we really be sure of that, madam? My, whatever do you mean? I'm sure you heard juror number 6's account of what happened to him that day. That same afternoon, there was somebody else apart from the victim, who was wearing a green overcoat and who fell over on the icy sheets in the neighborhood. Oh my! My goodness, you mean... That's right. I'm referring, of course, to hard-appearing juror number 6. Are you really suggesting that the person in the green overcoat whom the defendant saw collapse in front of his eyes was the jolly old gentleman on the end of the bench here with me today? That's entirely possible, yes. After all, the old man... This is really convenient.
Yeah.
After all, the old man had a somewhat similar build to the victim. Well, look at that.
My goodness me! My
Well,
What? No, I'm not dead.
yeah.
Sorry? You need a pee?
And
Time to take a
crucially,
piss.
we know precisely where the old man in the green overcoat fell. On Calabash Road. Therefore, if the person who Mr. Natsumu saw collapsing in front of him was in fact juror number 6, it means the defendant must have taken the long route back to his lodgings. And if that's true, then clearly the crime scene on Brer Road where the woman was stabbed was not on his way home. Oh my! You idiot old man, if you hadn't been so daft to be roaming about there, we would have boxed this off hours ago.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, how dare you wear the same green coat? And Skipper died.
and really, what were you thinking wearing such a befuddling coat?
Oh, he's pissed.
Ah.
Why are you ganging up on Grandpa here?
What did you say to me? Is there a crime for the elderly to walk the street these days? Hmm? Is it a crime to slip over the ice? Is it a crime to keep up latest styles and wear a beautiful green overcoat, is it? Yeah, what he said!
My lord, I do hope it won't cause any inconvenience, but...
You like the danger leading, I presume?
I do declare that I would. I should like to call for a verdict of not guilty. Thank you.
$50.
Unknown fan service. What the?
And I would too.
What?
Is it a crime to change your mind, is it? Well... Well, the summonation examination has concluded with a rather large shift in opinion. 2 ayes, 2. The ayes 2, the noes 4. So the noes have it. Not guilty, they say. Which means we no longer have a consensus among the members of the jury. One could say there's no consensus among us.
Dum.
The trial will continue.
Objection!
Oh god, you gotta rip his cape off again.
Probably.
You could see careless of me to drink from my hallowed chalice moments after raising an objection. Only to crush it in disgust. Pray forgives the discourtesy.
Lord Van Zeeks?
It seems I must retract my earlier remark.
What do you mean?
I mistakenly credited these juries of intelligence, describing them as insightful. Yet we have just witnessed them falling for a cheap trick performed by an inter-Eastern entertainer.
Eh? Whatever do you mean?
Objection!
I haven't tricked anyone! Everything I said is the truth!
Indeed, Star Wars jury number 5 was undoubtedly preparing the road, as he claims. I believe you said it was the 2 yards of the pavement which you had excavated, sir.
That's right. Took me the whole day and they paid me a measly tuppence for it.
Now, my learned Nepalese friend, tell me, do you have any notion of the distance that 2 yards represents?
Well, if I'm honest, I don't have a clue, no.
2 yards is a little less than 2 meters.
Less than 2 meters? That's not much at all.
In other words, a distance readily vaulted by anyone of moderate vigor. Would you not agree, my stalwart friend?
Me? Well, I can't say you're wrong, no. What?
We've really just had an Imperial System moment, by the way.
Yeah.
And did you perchance erect a sign to prevent pedestrians from passing the site of your work?
I wouldn't dream of it. Without a waste of time. That's... No culture would have hope of passing anyway, and we just turn any gentlefolk back where they come. Kids just jump right over as well. Kids just jump right over us all the time. That's kind of rude.
The accused is no gentleman as far as I can see. I have little doubt, however, that he could spring over a 2-yard trench and is meandering about town.
Ah!
Is that true? Is it?
The incontrovertible truth is that the books just purchased by the accused were found at the scene. There's no doubt that on his way back to his lodgings, Mr. Natsumi walked down Briar Road.
Crushed in a single sentence. Nah.
An old man. Cold man? You can talk. You said around 5 o'clock on the day in question you slipped and fell on Calabash Road. Pray, was there a suspicious Nipponese behind you at the time? Oh, I can't say as I remember.
You don't remember?
I'm not racist. How about the wager, my learned friend? You say it was this old man that the accused saw? But I would lay 1,000 to 1 against you being able to prove it. Easiest money of my life. Even easier than that time, Vlad. But I couldn't drink that entire man dry. I gave him the good suck.
Yeah.
Blood, I mean. Do not be gross. Order! Order! Lord Van Zeeks, explain yourself. Mein Lord. If you had such a trenchant argument up your sleeve, why would you not prefer it during the insemination examination? I will give this young foreign student the sightseeing experience he no doubt came for. I wanted him to see for himself how the opinion of the jury is so readily swayed. But my hospitality has its limits, and they have been reached, I feel. So, my learned friend, today's sightseeing tour of London is now over.
What are you talking about?
My God, it's getting much colder now. My lord. The prosecution requests permission to call the next witness to the stand. Granted. Bailiff, bring forth the witnesses.
British meekins. It's next witness?
Listen, Naruhodo, do you not remember? We've been told on several occasions that there were eyewitnesses to the incident.
Yes, I remember. Well, there being a Scotland Yard policeman, no less.
I'm afraid that's likely to be the prosecution's next witness.
Alright. No matter who Van Zieks brings to the stand as his witness, no matter what they say, get that camera out of my face!
Why you want my camera out your face? I'm a lot hard.
I believe in Soseki-san. I know he's innocent.
You know who I believe in? Joe Henry.
I'll keep believing to the very end, until this battle is over. Hey, you two.
Cool.
The stars in her eyes.
Mhm.
Witnesses, please state your name and occupations for the court.
God, that guy's shrunk. This is your character, Mass.
Constable Rolly Beat, sir. There's nothing to report on the street, sir.
Well,
And I'm Mrs. Bennett. Patricia's my name. I'm proud to say I'm this young town hero's wife.
oh God, you're married.
I don't think he's drunk. I think he's concussed. Look at his helmet.
Oh God, you might be. Oh shit. You got trampled by a horse, man? What happened? What's the story here?
I'll fight you. I'll fight all four of you.
Well, in truth, we've not been married long. In fact, we celebrated our first anniversary only the other day.
No, it was your husband I was asking about. He seems tired. You try to withstand a fucking bull on head-on collision.
Oddly surprising. Thus, being an honorable occupation, patrolling the beat is the most demanding work in the world.
Oh, really? I'm sure I've heard that before, actually.
Indeed, apart from the rare days off, our gallant officers charge some 20 miles a day, you know. They patrol boarding houses and pubs, collect taxes, survey the streets, check the meters are reading true. They're responsible for keeping the streets clean and lighting and extinguishing our street lights. Objection, I'm pretty sure that is literally a separate job.
There are a number of items on that list that don't sound like much like policing duties at all.
I would just be falling asleep on my feet if I had to collapse long ago. I had collapsed long ago. Man, being a Bobby sucked. Not only will you have to deal with crazy assassins running around, you also have to deal with Jack the Ripper.
I only care if the Ripper stabbing license is up to date. He can kill as many prostitutes as he likes.
No, don't say that.
Are you still listening, prostitutes, sir?
No.
Okay, I'll believe you. But that goes without saying that a police officer's primary duty is apprehension of criminals. Even when he's off duty, a constable is expected to investigate and resolve any crimes on his beat. For the London Barbie is a man of honor.
See, I can't tell if he's eating that. And a man of slumber.
On the day in question, this man and his wife were walking down Briar Road in the opposite direction, and they witnessed the incident as it occurred. Is that not correct, Mr. and Mrs. Beat?
That's right, sir. Isn't it, Rolly?
Oh, I do it rolly, rolly, rolly with a dab.
Constable Rolly Beat, sir! Nothing to report on the street, sir!
What a great witness he's going to be.
I can't feel my toes! Very good. I'd like to hear your formal testimonies now, please. You will tell the court exactly what you saw on the afternoon of the incident. Yes, sir!
It was our wedding anniversary, and Rolly was taking me out for a meal. There was no time to change afterwards. Anyway, two silhouettes appeared out of the fog on the pavement in front of us. All of a sudden, one of them just collapsed on the floor, and the other scattered something before running off. We ran straight over, of course, and then went for help at a nearby police box. It was definitely that Japanese man with dog. Rolly and I both saw him as clear as day.
Ma'am, your husband's kind of concussed.
Well, this is extremely compelling testimony, I must say. I'm really tired! Should I fall asleep?
Ow.
Sleep feels like a good idea, though.
We identified Mr. Natsume at the scene. If their testimony is true, the alternative course of events that you established in the summation examination will be quashed.
I want to check there. One is 21 and 23.
I'm Mary!
It's death knell, in fact. Because that alternative was never viable in the first place. What an unfortunate mischance. And on your wedding anniversary, too.
Oh, I know. But I still managed to go out for the evening with my man. thank the Lord for that. Gosh, the life of a London Bobby sounds very hard indeed.
Indeed, however, this cross-examination will be over in minutes. You may avail that time to rest this afternoon.
What do you mean by that?
My learned friends, the witnesses saw the face of the man fleeing the scene. They are testifying under oath that it was without a doubt the accused, Mr. Soseki Natsume. Gasp. And one of these witnesses is a policeman, no less. So you appreciate the gravity of the situation, I'm sure.
Gasp. Except that the man's so tired, his wife had to do all the talking.
Oh, for you, sir. I have my stabbing license.
Excuse me, he said no pickles.
Enough preamble. Counsel for the defense, commence the cross-examination, please.
Yes, my lord. My lord.
My boy.
My boy.
Hold it!
No time to change after work, you say? Are you also a member of the police, Miss Beat?
Oh no, sadly not. It's a job for strapping young men only. Women, children, and the elderly can't apply.
Well, I think you can probably see why children and the elderly can't do this job, can't you?
I think Crowley looks ever so handsome in his uniform. Suits you down to the ground, doesn't it, darling?
Did he beat his meat? Sorry. Low-hanging fruit.
What? Oh, I just finished my beat. I know where I'm at this station. I was actually planning on getting changed there.
Is he talking in his sleep? This is creepy.
Oh no, Rolly, I much prefer you in uniform.
I like a man in uniform.
Sometimes I don't recognize
I do too,
you
I don't
as
even
you
brag
in
about it, though.
clothes. Oh dear, that doesn't seem healthy.
This relationship is weird.
Kindly adhere to the point. You're going for a meal after you'd finished your beat for the day, correct? Oh, that's right, sir. Although, I was fit to drop, to be honest. Spend the whole day at my feet. I think my feeting is bleeding. But police it is, my lord, sir. As long as I'm a proud owner of this, I'll serve my city and my queen to the end.
God save the Queen!
Dun, 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 dun.
What's that now?
What do you mean the queen's fucking dead? Oh no! A warrant card, sir. Proof that I'm a London copper. As noble founding principles of the force written on it, there is mine all investment or sworn duty. I'm just butchering these sentences.
Yep.
To patrol the streets of London town and uphold the peace of the common man. Sir, and for such a noble cause, I cover 20 miles every single day without fail and without a grumble. Because I know that's the blood. The blooding of my boots is all Londoners need to hear to feel safe and secure.
So...
It's also very hard voice. I'm just like running out of air constantly.
I've been descended from slave traders. Isn't that all?
So, fighting crime doesn't appear to come into it then.
But sir, on that particular day, I was looking forward to celebrating my wedding anniversary. Miss B puts up with a lot being married to a bobby like me. I wanted to show my dear wife how much I care.
Oh, God. They're too cute, they need to die!
No.
Brody.
Who the fuck said that?
Oh, what
Stabbing license, go!
a young love is such a beautiful. Better.
They're too straight, they need to die! It was a little over the top, perhaps. See, Naruhodo agrees. Was that one Adventure Time episode where Tree Trunks and Mr. Pig showed their love constantly and everybody was like, ew, what are you doing? Tell me I'll shove this up your nose.
And then, kindly describe what happened next.
Hold it!
Was it your husband who went to fetch help?
No, I went. I may not be a police officer myself, but I am the proud wife of one after all. Isn't that right, my darling?
Stop looking at me with those big old anime eyes.
What? Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yes, Mr. Beat to go. Miss Beat to go.
Mr. Beat.
Mr. Beat. I was off duty by that point. But Bobby's never truly off duty, of course. So I felt obliged to stay and secure guard the scene. Very laudable, Mr. B. Preserving the scene of a crime is a task of considerable importance. That's why I said Patricia. Patricia, you say? I told her where to find the right police box.
Oh, forgive my ignorance, but what do you mean exactly by the right police box?
Well, it's not the left one. Depending on a crime's location, you see, as to who deals with it. Where the woman was stabbed was actually on my beat. So I told Patricia the way to the police box for the beat the incident fell under, so she could go and report it. Anyone else smell toast?
I ran there as
Nah.
quickly as I could and asked for help from Bobby on duty. There is nothing more potent than a young couple in love working together, you know.
And thanks to your swift response, the case was quickly resolved. The actions of two model citizens.
Please, you're making us blush, isn't he, darling?
Yes, sir! What Patricia said, sir!
Let's move on, shall we?
Hold it!
But surely you wouldn't have been able to see his face by the light of the gas street lamps, would you?
We absolutely could. Us Londoners have exceptional eyesight, I'll have you know.
Right. Ma'am,
The
you're,
light on the street lamps was more than enough.
ma'am, you're choking him. Ma'am,
And my husband already told you that the fog was only light, didn't he?
ma'am! Yeah, so what of the fog? Silent Hill, London edition. The fog is coming, 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 the fog is coming.
Oh yeah, of course it is! It's foggy London town! God, why do you think we call it that? It's not because it's fucking clear all the time. We're famous for it across the globe, I believe. It's an absolute menace to those who have to live with it, of course.
Oh, it is. We're thick, you can't even see the hand at the end of your own arm.
Yes, alright, I take your point. Now could you stop shaking your husband about?
The constant fog makes our eyes very sharp, you see.
Excuse me.
Do you have something to add, Constable? Constable Beat!
Oh! I thought I heard someone call me name. Terrible it was, like a dying animal's wail.
I'm not dying, am I? I was wondering if the last statement had any special significance to you.
No, sir. Sorry not to say not, sir. I mean, my Patricia feels me thoughts. Everything else is just noise. Oh, Pat.
He's wide awake now, then. I hate these fucking witnesses. That's it, is it? That's their entire testimony?
What do you think, Mr. Marigold?
I hate him. Well, I hate to admit it, but hearing the testimony, it really does seem as though Mr. and Mrs. Bates saw what they say they saw. Mr. Natsume running away from the scene on Brea Road that day.
Yes, I feel the same.
If that's true, where does it leave us?
The members of the jury are sure to call for a guilty verdict after this testimony.
Oh no! Then what do we do?
If Kazuma-sama were here,
What are you trying to say?
I think he would try and to find a contradiction somewhere else within their testimony.
What do you mean somewhere else?
Their statement about seeing Mr. Natsume is unequivocal. Calling that into question won't help. But you could identify some other part of their testimony which appears to contradict the facts. You might be able to discredit them, to make the jury doubt if the pair's memory of the day is accurate.
Oh, right.
Put simply, we must focus on finding a discrepancy in these statements somewhere. If we don't, I'm afraid the trial may reach an early and unfavorable conclusion.
Why do I always seem to be so up against it? 'Cause the world fucking hates me.
Hold it!
I already read this shit.
You read it.
No, we didn't, actually.
What makes their eyes very sharp, you see? That's why we can tell you for sure and certain that it was that little Japanese man we saw. Can't we, darling?
What? Oh, yeah! It was the accused and no mistake. A mustache, the hunchback, the cat-like eyes, the top mouth, the snub nose. Unmistakable, sir!
As far as this couple's testimony is concerned, there can't be any question. It was Hoseki's son they saw running away from the scene of the crime. No. No. Fuck.
Mr. Lawyer, sir, can I ask you something?
Oh, yes, of course. What is it?
Well, you keep on asking us all these questions about everything we've told you, so...
What the?
Like you don't believe our testimony, is that right? Well, that's it.
What? No! Oh no, it's really not that at all.
My husband's a policeman, remember? And I know what I saw. I remember every last detail. Everything. Like... Oh, I know. What about the books the man dropped? I tell you, the names of every single one I could. Every single one. I know. What about the books the man dropped? I tell you the names of every single one I could. Every single one. 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 I
Uh,
No! Won't do it all! That Japanese lawyer has no idea what I'm capable of. Even if I decide to forgive him for insulting us, don't think for a minute that Ronnie will!
I really didn't mean to cause offense. Please put your husband's fists down.
Perhaps you would like to take the opportunity to supplement your testimony, Miss B? Oh. Might that appease you?
Thank you, my lord. That would settle things nicely. Wouldn't it, darling? Wouldn't it, darling?
Hold it!
Yes, we know that there were books dropped at the scene of the crime, as you say.
Those purchased by the accused at the nearby second-hand bookshop at the day in question.
After I'd been to the police box for help, but... Well, I decided to have a good look over the area for good measure. I am a proud policeman's wife, after all. I did it for Ronnie.
And what was your husband doing at the time? Oh. You might want to pick him up before he drowns.
He was lying face down in the snow, getting some well-deserved rest. He works ever so hard, you know? Ever so hard. Thank you, my darling.
Interesting way of guarding the scene of the crime. And then I stole their wallet.
Well, Miss B, seeing as you've regaled the court with tales of your powers of recollection, would you be so kind as to recount the titles of those books you observed at the scene?
I'd be happy to. Now are you all listening?
Wow.
Sure.
This is
To, like-
worthless. And Skipper died.
Need to like.
There was a picture of Monty somebody or other, and what's it your names?
You were like.
Then there was a meal for someone, and the last one was definitely the thingy something.
That was bullshit. All you said was bullshit. Bullshit! You suck at cooking and you totally suck.
You see?
Yes, I see there were 2 holes in your memory.
Oh, well, they were along those lines, I'm quite sure.
No. No, they weren't.
There were indeed books found at the scene with titles along those lines, as you put it.
Well, what did I tell you? So I think it's very mean the way you've been implying that my testimony can't be trusted. Don't you agree, darling?
Whoa!
I'll go for shooting lawsuits too!
Fuck!
Hey, well, that's my Patricia will have to answer to me! I'll kill the son of a bitch! Terrifying.
Yeah, that bullet might be made out of silver. Yeah, she really is. When you hang out with the werewolf too much, they're fucking... The fucking silver bullet thing takes you out too.
I mean, silver takes out undead in general.
I got a lot of silver stuff. Can my Silver the Hedgehog plushie kill Dracula?
Not likely.
Objection!
So, you're saying that there were 4 books?
That's right, I remember all of them.
Oh yeah? You fucking liar.
Picture Monsieur somebody, what's it yearning? The meal for someone and the thingamy something.
I'm sorry, Miss Beat. But there is a fundamental flaw in the statement of yours.
Oh no, what flaw?
Simply that, at the scene of the crime, there are only 3 books, not 4!
Rotating.
There's a receipt from the bookshop where the defendant bought his books.
Your book?
Yes, and it details Mr. Natsumi's purchase that day. But as you can see, only 3 books are listed.
Only 3? But no, that can't be. I've never seen them. There are 4 books, I tell you. What is your book?
Oh really? Have a good look at this photographic print of the scene of the crime. As you can clearly see from the evidence as well, there are only 3 books!
I just don't believe it. I saw them there. I swear it. I saw them.
No, madam. I'm afraid your pal's observation cannot be relied upon. So it cannot be denied that though you say it was the defendant you saw, you could very well be mistaken.
Objection!
Honey, pull out the Glock.
My hand smells.
It's plainly evident that it is your powers of deduction that cannot be relied upon, my learned Japanese friend.
What?
What cannot be denied is that these two witnesses saw the accused running from the scene. A fact that you know very well. You have no hope of disproving.
Ah!
So you've striven to avert attention from that by dint of some inconsequential discrepancies. Would that be fair?
He sees right through me.
But your plan is somewhat recoiled against you.
What are you talking about?
It's quite simple. Allow me to explain with a toast. Certain. Do the policeman's wife and her the accurate testimonies in every respect? You see, the matter is not up for debate. At the scene on Briar Road, a total of 4 books were most definitely found.
Objection!
But what about the photographic print? It only shows 3 books.
Quite right, only 3 can be seen. Is that print?
That print? You mean to say?
Allow me to present another. One that shows the victim's hand.
I don't believe it. It's the 4th book.
As you will observe, the 4th book was hidden from view in the original print by the victim's torso.
No. No! I fucking hate you.
Order! Order!
Yoink, 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 yoink.
You see? Look at that! Look!
Yes.
Just like I said, isn't it, my darling?
Yes, sir! Patricia's always right, sir! That is the sound of a fucking divorce! The studies are repeated. Received. Was the books purchased by the accused on the day in question? Miss Beats, the titles once again, if you please.
course. The picture, monsieur, somebody or other.
The picture, Monsieur Lecoq.
What's it getting?
Canterbury yearnings.
A meal for someone?
A meal for Gabbaro, in fact.
Gabagoo.
9 nickel. I see you done saying hell.
No, don't listen to me.
Whatever you say, you can. As the court has just heard, the witness remembers book titles flawlessly, save for a few minor details. Miss Bates' power of recollection can only be described as exceptional. Oh my god, I just realized the Lion's Pride was the book in his hand.
Yeah.
From the
Did you hear that,
couple?
Rory? The gentleman paid me a compliment.
Yeah, the couple. So. That must have been their book or something. I don't know.
Yes, sir. Flawless, sir. Patricia is flawless.
Horny! But, there's only 3 books on the receipt and Mr. Bate mentioned 4!
I'm gonna bait you up.
Damn.
There's nothing surprising about that. Clearly, it's the 4th book that was shown in this photographic print. I'm sorry, Counsel, but does this not seem odd? Why should the 4th book be omitted by the receipt? It's not at all, my lord. As the photograph clearly shows, the 4th book was found in the victim's clutches. In other words, it belongs to the victim.
The victim was holding her own book?
I wonder what came of that fourth book.
Obviously, it wasn't overlooked by the investigating officers at Scotland Yard. I have it here as evidence. you will submit that in the aforementioned photographic print to the court, please, counsel. My pleasure, my lord. Ugh.
This episode's working your bones, man.
As the prosecution rests. I have nothing further to add.
What?
You seem surprised, my learned friend. But your resistance until now has been in vain, entertaining but futile.
I'm going to fucking kill myself!
The spurious no longer routs the accused lodgings that you try to establish in your summation examination, and the attempted discrediting of the witness's powers of recollection in your cross-examination.
Futile? I went right into this, didn't I?
I just.
You see, everything we've said is true. Isn't that right, my darling?
Yes, Pot! Marry me, Pot!
Wait, I thought you already were married.
So perhaps, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, would like to reconsider their positions. Should the court waste any more time on this Nipponese travesty? Or is the decision you have to make all too apparent already?
Gas.
We've heard all the witnesses and seen all the evidence. This trial has run its course.
Mr. Naruhodo! Mr. Naruhodo! I'm afraid we are in a terribly precarious position.
I know, but... if I fight back in the wrong way now, I could very well just make matters worse. Think, Ryanosuke, think. What do you do? What do I do? What do I do? Well, saving on a cliffhanger.